Hello, BookTube. Hello, friends. Welcome to Lizziefaye Loves Books. I'm Elizabeth, and this is going to be another video in my series about Lucy Maud Montgomery and about the More Montgomery Challenge, which is currently going on right now, hosted by myself and Mitzi from Mitzi Reads and Writes. In case you missed our first giveaway, we did a live stream giveaway for everyone who participated in the month of September, and if you neglected to let me know that you read or watched something in September, then that means I probably didn't get your name put in the bowl or the brown jug. And so let me know so that I can go ahead and put it in for October. Also, continue to let me know as we go along when you finish various prompts so that I can be sure to keep track of that, because at the end of it all, we're going to do a couple of giveaways for people who completed the whole chart or one row, one line. I'm showing you here the challenge board or bingo board, whatever you want to call it, in case you haven't seen it or you need a refresher. And so I've been kind of going through the prompts and just sharing with you not only my recommendations, but just what the possibilities are, because that's really the whole idea behind this challenge. Anne of Green Gables is very well known. Even if you haven't read it, you know about it. And so many writings of Lucy Maud Montgomery people don't know about. And the whole idea behind this challenge is to let you know about them and encourage you to read them, watch some of the adaptations, and just have fun and enjoy these wonderful stories that were told by Lucy Maud Montgomery. So I've already done a video about her standalone novels. There's 5 of those. And then most recently, I did a video about the short story collections in the various forms and formats and categories. And so if you missed that, then it is on my playlist. So I will just leave if not a card right here, I'll put it at the end. There is a playlist of all of my Lucy Maud Montgomery related videos, including the live streams and everything, so you can check that out and watch anything that you might have missed. So I'm not going in the exact order of the prompts or anything, mainly because I'm not quite as prepared for a couple of them, so I've skipped them, and also because in the case of this video today, a few of these are library books and they do need to go back to the library, even if I check them back out again later, because there's a few of them I haven't read yet. I want to go ahead and, at least while I have them checked out, show you these in a video. So we're going to do the prompt on the bottom left corner, which says retelling or related. So that basically means a retelling, really, of Anne of Green Gables, because I don't know of any retellings of any of the other stories. But if you know of any, let me know. Or anything related to anything that has been written by Lucy Maud Montgomery. And again, it's mostly going to be Anne of Green Gables. But if you find anything that, is otherwise, please let me know. So this is just a really fun category. It's kind of a catch-all category, and I have had a lot of fun looking up and searching for and just keeping my eyes open for things that can fit this category. There is one book I'm thinking of. Well, actually, there's several nonfiction books and a biographical book I'm thinking of that I'm not going to mention today, and you're probably going to wonder why, because I'm going to mention it when I do the next prompt over, bottom middle row, or bottom row in the middle, which is biographical or nonfiction. I'll do a whole separate video on that. But any of those could count for anything related. So if you had a couple of nonfiction books and you want to read a nonfiction for this prompt as well as the other one, you certainly could. But let me just show you the retellings that I have found. I read one in the month of September, and I very much enjoyed it. Still got a bookmark in it, so let me take that out because that's not necessary. This is Anne of West Philly. This is a graphic novel, and I thought it was delightful. I really enjoyed it. It was written by Ivy Noel Weir and illustrated by Maisha Haynes. And it was just a little more urban, modern urban, and I just thought it was delightful. I really enjoyed it. The artwork was great, and the text flowed very well. If you hadn't ever read Anne of Green Gables, some of it might not make a lot of sense. You might think, why would she do that? But if you've read Anne of Green Gables, then you will see the parallels right away. And I just thought it was a lot of fun, and I very much enjoyed it. So I think this just came out this year in 2022. So you might check and see if your library has it. And if they don't have it, ask them to order it, because I would recommend it. Now, one I haven't gotten to yet, but someone who is participating in the More Montgomery Challenge read it. Melinda from Two Boys Scrappin' read Anne of Manhattan, and she said she very much enjoyed it. This is by Brenna Starler, and I'm not familiar with that author. I don't know if she's written any other retellings of classics or anything, but Melinda comments all the time to my videos and said that she really enjoyed it, and so I'm taking her word for it. I'm sure that it's going to be great, and I do hope to get to this one before the challenge is over. And then one I've had on my shelf for a while is Anna of California. It's by Andy Tarrant, and I don't know anything about this one other than I'm assuming that all of these are more modern. I don't really know the situation here. It does have a cityscape on the back, so I'm going to guess that maybe this is taking place in Los Angeles. I don't really know. But this is available on audio on Hoopla, and I think that this one is also on Hoopla, and I believe this one's also on Scribd. I'm not sure if this one is. So if you prefer audio and you want to check these out, then you can find those in hopefully a couple of different locations. So then I stumbled onto a couple of different children's series that have been adapted by Callie George for younger children, and they are just delightful. There are 3 books so far. I hope there's going to be more in this picture book collection that are all based on Anne of Green Gables. This one is Merry Christmas, Anne, and all 3 of the books in this series are illustrated by Genevieve Godbout. I'm pretty sure my library has at least one more of these, maybe both of them, and I am going to get these hopefully to read over the next couple of months, but let me just show you a picture of them now. The first one is Goodnight Anne, and I believe this is the one that Mitzi read. She showed it in the live stream video and also in her wrap-up, so it looks really cute. And then there's another one called If I Couldn't Be Anne, and I don't know if Mitzi has read this one or not. I'm not even sure if my library has this one, but anyway, here's a picture of it, and if you want to read any of these, check and see if your library has them, because they are really delightful. I love the artwork in these. It's so cute and whimsical and sweet, and I'm sure that you will enjoy it as well. So the other series adapted by Callie George are a series of chapter books, and there are 4 of these, all based on Anne of Green Gables, and these are illustrated by Abigail Halpin, and my library only has 1 of them, so let me show you them in order. The first one is Anne Arrives, and I think I recall that Mitzi read this one, and she showed it in our live stream video, which, by the way, if you haven't seen yet, I hope you will. That's when we did our giveaway, and we chatted about what we read in the month of September. And so then the next one is Anne's Kindred Spirits. So I'm not sure what all is involved in that one. Perhaps it is her and Diana becoming friends, or maybe it's also just the parts of nature that Anne considers her kindred spirits. I don't really know, but anyway, I'm excited to read that hopefully at some point. And then the one that I have is Anne's School Days. This one has the fall leaves on the cover, so I counted this for the Fall Into Reading Challenge. And then the last one is Anne's Tragical Tea Party. So I can only guess which tea party that is referring to. If you've already read any of these, let me know. If you're interested in reading them, check and see if your library has them. And if they don't, encourage them to purchase them. I will definitely be asking my library to please purchase the rest of these, and I may still purchase them myself just to have them for my own collection, but they are delightful. Now, I mentioned the artwork. These are illustrated by Abigail Halpin, and I'm not as big of a fan of her style as I am of the picture book series. I mentioned this in my wrap-up. This is how Marilla and Matthew are portrayed. I didn't love that. I still don't. But then I was listening to Anne of Green Gables right at the end of September, And it does say that Matthew had long hair. I didn't remember that. So, you know, this is probably not far off the mark, but it just, you know, was not completely to my taste. Now, this picture, though, is very cute. Diana is portrayed as being very adorable, and that's a sweet picture of Anne as well. So, I don't hate this by any means. I'm just more partial to the other picture book style than that one. But anyway, I still want to read them all. I'd love to own them all, and I need to get on that. Anyway, I wanted to let you know about them. Now, a couple of others that I want to just share with you. This one I would consider, you could check this off for the middle square. Even though this is book 0 in the Anne series, it was not written by Lucy Maud Montgomery. It has been sanctioned and was commissioned to be written by the heirs of Lucy Maud Montgomery. And this is Before Green Gables, a prequel to Anne of Green Gables by Budge Wilson. And I've read this. I very much enjoyed it. And if you would like to read this and count it for an Anne book, then by all means, I do not have a problem with that at all. A couple of other related books. This one was sent to me by a subscriber, Debbie Faust. Debbie, thank you so much. This is on audio on Scribd, and I am definitely looking forward to either reading it or listening to it. This is Marilla of Green Gables. It is by Sarah McCoy. I believe Sarah McCoy also wrote Caroline, which is a story of Laura Ingalls Wilder's mother. So anyway, thank you again, Debbie. This is fantastic. This is a beautiful book, and I'm so appreciative to have it, and I just wanted to tell you about it. So this is definitely something that would fall under the category of related to Lucy Maud Montgomery, writings of Lucy Maud Montgomery, and also Anne of Green Gables. Now, one other one that I just happened to think about, and this would also count as something related. I don't know if you've ever heard or read any of the Mother-Daughter Book Club. These are by Heather Vogel Frederick. This first book is about the girls and their moms reading Little Women. But the second book, called Much Ado About Anne, is about them reading Anne of Green Gables. I don't know that you would necessarily have to read the first one to read the second one, but I probably would. I have read, I think I've read both of these and enjoyed them a lot. I do want to continue on with the series, but I was just looking for things that were related to anything by Lucy Maud Montgomery, and this certainly would count. And it's due back at the library, so I need to get this turned in. Anyway, that is all I have for this video. Again, there are quite a few nonfiction books that could also count for this category, but since there's a category all on its own for nonfiction or anything biographical, then I will do a separate video about those. Meanwhile, let me know what you are reading, or if you've read any of these books, or if you plan to for the More Montgomery Challenge. And I hope you'll join us for our next live stream. We have not set the date for that yet, but it will be at the beginning of November, where we'll do another giveaway and chat about what we have read and watched in the month of October. So I will be coming back to you with more recommendations for the other prompts that I haven't covered yet. And meanwhile, I hope you are having a great day. Read a good book, and God bless you.